Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Warships Blitz, and today's video is not a battle replay video. Today's video is for more content that has been released by Wargaming that arrived in my mailbox, and it has been keeping me busy because this arrived at the same time as the Tier 7 and Tier 8 Pan-Asian destroyers, which I got videos out as a priority. So we are following up with a video on Jisaburo Ozawa, who is the Japanese legendary commander. So what we will do is we will just go through the skills that are improved for this particular individual and explain how they've improved, and then I'll give you my assessment, and there'll be no replay because basically, because, well, there's going to be no replay. I've got other replays coming, so okay, right. So the first skill that is improved is Aerobatic Maneuver. So the normal skill there is 10% return speed for aircraft squadrons. That's up by 2% to 12%. Like most legendary commander skills, they are often just a little nudge over the current skills, so it feels like a bonus, but it's not gonna crack a battle wide open. Now, obviously, that's only useful if you've got them loaded up in an aircraft carrier. There is a premium aircraft carrier, the Kaga. But yeah, so that's a very aircraft carrier specific skill. Interestingly, on Tier 4, in this position, I think it might be in this position, for the German and the British legendary commanders, there is a Sixth Sense, which is a phenomenal bonus. Now, Thomas Kincaid, who's legendary commander for the US, and this Japanese commander do not get that, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I'll tell you what, it makes a massive difference. Basically, if you're running around in something like the Sirius and your heads up gives you the number 1 from nothing, then you know you're a target, you have smoke, you can take pretty quick evasive maneuvers. It's also useful, although not so immediately useful, that you can pop a smoke in the German ship, but obviously these people get other skills that replace that. So his next improved skill is Fire Supremacy. The difference between this and the normal is the +1 torpedo reload. So normally you get +1 precise aiming, +1 rapid reload. A lot of Japanese cruisers, a lot of Japanese battleships have precise aiming, so if you've got any of those, you can drop them into that. But the torpedo reload is specifically for the Udachi, which is the Tier 7 premium Japanese destroyer, the Akazuki at Tier 8 of the gunboat, the Kitakaze at Tier 9 the gunboat, and the Harugumo at Tier 10 the gunboat. They all come with torpedo reloads. They come with 2 with 120-second cooldown. This basically means that you get 3. Now, bear in mind that 120-second cooldown, if you use them every time they pop up, you've got 240 seconds between the first one and the last one, which is 4 minutes. So in a 6-minute game, you've got to be quick off the mark, and you'll be firing one off just before the end of the match. But it's a good skill to have. Exploit weakness goes from +1 to +2%. This is very much okay for aircraft carriers. This is good because aircraft carriers often light fires and you get a lot of squadrons. So the first squadron preps the target, and the second squadron basically just keeps hammering with damage. However, for something like the Tier 8, 9, and 10 gunboats, the Akazuki, the Kitakaze, and the Harugumo, they have those 3-second reloads. You often got ships on fire. So a very good skill. So the +1%, I generally don't, I sort of wonder which of these to take. If I have sonar, I definitely take the sonar. If the captain is capable of going into a ship that's got sonar. But otherwise, between the other two, it's a bit of a toss-up, but this is really quite a bonus. At level 7, he's a dogfight specialist at 7.5% fighter attack proficiency. That's the improvement, and 13% dogfight efficiency. I think that is 5 and 10 in standard, but someone may have to check and make sure. Right, definitely moving. That is definitely a carrier skill. Definitely not a carrier skill is the engine overload. So plus 33% duration and minus 50% cooldown time. I believe that plus 25% duration and minus 33% cooldown is the standard. So this is a dramatic improvement. So instead of cutting the cooldown time by a third, it cuts it by half. So most Japanese destroyers after tier 3 or 4 come with the engine accelerator. The final is the Giant Hunter. So instead of plus 1, 2 and 3, I think it's plus 2, 3 and 4. So basically massive improvement. Now for something like the Shimakaze at tier 10, which can fire 15 torpedoes at a battleships. If you've got 15 torpedoes hitting a battleship, you do a ton of damage. If you've got 15 torpedoes hitting a battleship, all of them getting thrust 3%, that's going to just sting so much more. So really, this commander has quite a mix. He doesn't have the sort of the silver bullet skill that the British and the German legendary commander has at that level 4 skill, which is the Sixth Sense, which is just you can use anywhere. He really has the capability of improving carriers or supporting your destroyers. So yeah, a bit of flexibility there, but also means that you may have to make some choices about which of those skills that you take. Obviously premium ships, legendary commanders are fantastic for swapping around premium ships. I would probably say the most flexible premium commander is the British one by far, mainly because most British ships have smoke. But the German premium commander is also fairly good and fairly flexible. This guy is probably a little bit more like Thomas Kincaid, who is more specialised to a few smaller ships. And I think a smaller group of ships are carriers, definitely, gunboat destroyers or the Udachi, definitely, maybe high-tier destroyers as well. But yeah, he's not someone you put in a cruiser or a battleship. Although, you know, having him in a premium cruiser such as the Maya or the Mogami may actually be worthwhile as well. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. Sorry there's no battle, but normal battles will resume, probably from the very next video. Anyway, hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. And yeah, sink lots of ships.